DNA Studios. Step into a new dimension.
Hello guys, welcome back to another DNA Studios discussion, or actually review I should say. Yep, we're back. Yeah. Anyway, I have a really interesting one for you guys today. So first let me introduce myself and we'll get into this. I'll let you guys know what I'm talking about, and I hope you're watching Toonami, because what I'm going to talk about is something that aired on Toonami. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But anyway, first, without ado, for anyone who's new here, or for anyone who has just started watching, my name is Aaron. I am one of the founders of DNA Anime Blog, along with Dante, who is not able to make it today, who's not able to be here today, or hasn't been able to make it on the show recently. But don't worry, he's not gone. He will be back at some point. He's taking care of some things in the background, but he will be back at some point. We'll see how that goes. Don't know when or if, but we'll see. He's not completely out. So yeah, hang in there. Anyway, so I have an interesting topic for you guys today. The topic today is about something that Toonami aired. It was actually a collaboration, so actually, should I say a crossing of universes that happened that Toonami aired just not that long ago, a couple weekends ago actually. Toonami aired a crossover, universe crossover episode of One Piece. Now, I'm no One Piece aficionado. I did watch One Piece when it first aired back in the day, back in the 2000s, when it first came on. But I was never, I followed it for a little while, but I never really kind of stuck with it. I kind of got away from One Piece for a while. So I'm no One Piece aficionado, so you guys are going to have to help me on the One Piece front, because I don't know much about that. But I do know Dragon Ball very well, and Toriko I have checked out, but I don't know a whole lot on Toriko, so you might have to help me out on that one. But I did notice, one of the things I wanted to tell you is there's some things I noticed about that collaboration, and I have never, to be honest with you, seen something like this. I know there are crossovers, and people have done some fan-based stuff, fan fiction and stuff like that have been crossovers, but I've never seen an official crossover. Now, the one thing I do know of is that there's a studio that does one of the studios that does is Clamp, that does a lot of anime like Chobits and stuff like that, and also that I believe it's Tsubasa Chronicles. They are known for doing a lot of shows where the universes connect in some way. Yeah. Which is cool, right, if you make it fit, and if you make it work. This, however, I have never seen anything like this done before. I've only heard of it in fan fiction and stuff like that. But this era, there's a crossover between One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Toriko, and One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and Toriko. So I've never seen anything like this before, and it was interesting. I did notice a few things right off the bat. Now, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but you'll have to let me know. To me, watching the crossover felt like they only chose a certain time slot for when to do this crossover. Because if you notice in the crossover, not all the characters were at their full power, or at least from what I could see. Maybe not all of them. I'm not sure about Luffy. He might have been. I'm not sure though. The Luffy now is more powerful than the one that you see in the crossover. At least, that's from what I've seen of One Piece. So yeah, and then same thing with Goku, where that was Dragon Ball Z Goku before Dragon Ball Super. So if you look at Dragon Ball Super Goku, which is after him fighting Frieza and after the Tournament of Power, Dragon Ball Super Goku is way more powerful, and the uniform that he wears is different. It has the Whis logo, or Whis' symbol on his shirt, and not the Kinkai or the other logos that Goku wears. Not the God symbols that Goku wears. Usually there's a Japanese symbol for God on Goku's outfits, which means he's trained to the Kai. It's either a Kai logo or it's a symbol for Super Saiyan God or for a God. Sometimes at one point it was the Turtle Hermit logo at one point. but that was when he trained for well, that was before when he trained for Roshi, and then after that it changed a few times as he trained for King Kai. There was a logo they used for King Kai, and then there's another one now where it has little Whis' signature or logo on the front, and then it has a different symbol on the back. So I noticed almost immediately that that is not full-powered Goku. That is Goku from right after Z, after fighting it's in between the time period when he finished after Dragon Ball Z and right before the Tournament of Power. Because he had still met Beerus and Whis, but he had never he did not go into the Tournament of Power. And I don't know if he had the God form in that. Well, no, it was actually before he fought Lord Beerus. He had met Lord Beerus, but they hadn't fought yet. Or it could have been after. But somewhere around that time period is where this crossover took place. I noticed this because you look at the symbol on Goku's outfit and also the way that they fought, you could tell that a lot of the especially the Dragon Ball Z characters were not at their full power, or not at their fully powered up state like they are in Super, and in the rest of Dragon Ball. I have a couple theories on this. This could have been something where maybe the creators of One Piece and the creators of Dragon Ball Z did not want to create a conflict among the fan base of who's stronger or who's better. They just kind of wanted to play, hey, look, this is a collaboration of like the best characters ever and the best universes ever. But there's also a couple other thoughts I have on this, and that is that when you cross universes like this, I'm not really one who likes to cross universes, right? A fan who likes, or someone who likes to do that. But I do like a good death battle. Yeah, that's right. I said it, death battle. I hope you're paying attention. Anyway, I do like a good death battle, so yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I do like a good death battle every once in a while, and it was cool to see them fight against some kind of enemy. It was a little weird that they're fighting against a fish, like a fish octopus-like creature. But interesting fight, and interesting how they incorporated some of the energy absorption qualities of this fish-like creature to make it more fair and a more interesting fight. And they did a competition. The other thing that was really cool about this was the eating. Goku is notorious for eating a crap ton. So is Luffy, and so is Toriko. So yeah. The other thing too that stuck out was that in this too, that the way they done it was very interesting. It was kind of like a competition between the characters, and then they also had to team up to work together. And the competition wasn't who's the best or who's the strongest, just a little friendly competition. And they didn't really, I don't know if they didn't really say who won. I think it ended in a tie, if I remember correctly. But let me know what you guys thought. And then the other thing that I thought was really cool was that they don't really go into a lot of detail, but they kind of say in there that Goku instant transmission, which if this is a crazy theory, but if that's true, if Goku's able to instant transmission to another place, which is technically possible in the Dragon Ball universe, because he does go from he can instant transmission from place to place, from like King Kai's world to Earth and back. So it is possible for him to do that, but when it's jumping a whole universe, I'm not sure how possible that is, because even in Super, when they're going to different places, unless Goku's been there before, or unless he can lock on to an energy signature of some sort, he usually is not able to do that. But weird that they showed it in this one, where he was able to instant transmission into Luffy's universe, and kind of, if that's even possible that Goku can do that, that means that he's way more powerful than anybody thought. And look, keep in mind, okay, that Dragon Ball characters are some of the strongest characters in all of anime. And now that's true for a lot of other characters too. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna say that. Okay, look. To me, I'm gonna come out and say this. To me, Dragon Ball characters are the strongest characters in anime universe. Now that might not be true for some people, but that's my personal opinion. I like Naruto, and yeah, Luffy is cool and he's pretty powerful. but to me, the Dragon Ball characters always stuck out as being some of the most powerful characters in all of anime. You may have your thoughts on that. If you think differently, leave a comment, drop me a comment, let me know. You want to argue? Yeah, let's go. You wanna debate that? Go for it, right? Don't start any fights over it, but if you want to debate it, you're welcome to. Yeah, I will. I will definitely. I'll definitely debate that with you guys. A friendly debate. So, and if you do think differently, well, take that anyway. So anyway, that's my personal thoughts on it. But it's crazy to see that they actually brought that into using that as an explanation. Because that means that Luffy would have to have some sort of energy signature or give off some sort of power to be able to, for Goku to be able to lock onto it. And I think they did say that he had trouble locking onto an energy signature in the beginning of the show. But let me know what you guys think about this. It was pretty crazy. I don't know too much about Toriko. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a One Piece aficionado. I did watch a little bit of the show when it started. And then I eventually did jump back in to it later on. One Piece is really, really long, and I just didn't feel like watching through the whole show. I did read a little bit of the manga. The manga is actually much faster to get through if you're gonna like go into One Piece and can't get caught up to it. One thing I recommend is either if you want to read digital manga, go for that. If you want to do it by book, that might take you a long time, but I mean, you could try. Naruto is another really long series. I was just interesting that they didn't do a collab with Naruto. It would have been kind of interesting to see some of the big three anime combined, or Bleach. But I doubt they do a collaboration with Bleach just because that'd be kind of funky to like combine universes. I can see where One Piece probably was easier to throw in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z because the universes are. The One Piece is a very open universe. Like a lot of crazy stuff happens in One Piece, so I can see where they might be able to toss in some elements. And the creator of One Piece is very open to different things happening, so I can see where that universe is a good way to collab with. In that there's so much stuff that the creator of One Piece, and he's so kind of open. He probably was inspired by some of the other big people out there like Akira Toriyama and some of the other big anime creators. But it was interesting to see. There's some key things I noticed that probably nobody caught. I'm not sure if anyone noticed this. If you did notice some of the things that I did, leave a comment. Let me know. Did you notice the instant transmission thing? Did you notice the symbol on Goku's outfit? And also the fact that they only went to Super Saiyan 3 and not Super Saiyan God or Ultra Instinct. There probably was good reason for that. They probably wanted to make the fight more fair, and it couldn't just be Goku finishing the villain, which I can see they want to give Luffy and everybody else a chance, and Toriko and everything. So I can see that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that? What do you think of this collab, and do you think they should do more? And were you kind of? I was a little. It didn't really surprise me, but I was a little interested. I was a little shaken by it because I wasn't expecting them to just just do a collaboration with another story in another universe. It doesn't happen that often. Only in like stuff like Clamp, which does Yochobits and Tsubasa Chronicles and Holic and like a couple other anime, where that universe is made to fit together, and the pieces do connect. Oh, and also Sword Art is Sword Art, and there's another one. Sword Art and what's the name of the title? Sword Art, and there's another universe that kind of crosses over with SAO, which is what's the shucks? I can't think of it. Anyway, there's another story that kind of mixes too. You'll see that as well. There's another anime that crosses over with that. Excel World. I couldn't think of the name of it. Excel World and Sword Art also do have a collab where those two worlds kind of do cross over in some manga. And I don't think in every case, but there is a crossover between those two, which is interesting because the technology is very similar and the characters do cross over in certain points. But like this was something where like I don't know whether they planned this ahead of time to cross over, and it's not I guess it's not a normal thing because they only did this once, at least from what I've seen so far. Dragon Ball Toriko and One Piece I've only crossed one time, but who knows? There could be more of this in the future. So I just find it pretty interesting that they'd actually air this on TV, and it goes to show you that I think that some of the fan base and some of the fan fiction that people have been writing has inspired some of the creators of the anime to start looking at different things and opening up, which is cool to see. As for my thoughts on who's going to win, I'm not going to say that, just because I don't want to start anything. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought. That's my little video for today. I hope you guys like this. If you do like this, guys, do get subscribed. And subscribe, because there's more. I will have more on stuff, and if you guys, there is, just to let you guys know, there is a fan fiction. If you guys would like to post fan fiction on DannyAnimeBlog.com, there is a place where you can upload or submit fan fiction, and we will, we read over it, and then if it's as long as it matches our writing standards, it'll go up and you can post your fan fiction. Really cool. So if you're looking for something like that and you want to do more fan fiction, there's a place for that. But yeah, it's really neat to see a collaboration. It goes to show you that sometimes the animators and creators are listening or watching, and sometimes they get inspired by the fans. So yeah, guys, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Do feel free to leave a comment. Or let me know what you thought about it. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or anywhere that you're following us, or if you're not following us, please do follow us or subscribe to us, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Hi there. Please subscribe or follow DNA Anime Blog and DNA Studios on all of their social media platforms. Okay, bye!